type of intro is that? Beatboxing. I could do a lot better. Trust. But hello. Thank you for tuning in. We are going to talk about the division a bit. Talk about me, because it is my stream. There's some updates I need to talk about. I'm going to keep doing updates every stream depending on the game. But we'll get into that later. I do want to say that this stream is going to be a little laid back. I just got on and I really wanted to play, but I decided to stream also. This is one of my favorite games of the year, and it is such an honor to bring to you guys the experience. So, the Division 2 was released recently. I've been playing a lot of it. I am currently using the wrong build. We're gonna boost this up here to 499. The max score on the top left, you see over there in that circle with blue, yellow, and red. 499. The max is 500. So I'm right there. Now, the way these games work, these RPG style gear and weapons, is very critical that you put on some heavy duty stuff. So this game's score, gear score, is the key to get the maximum stats on your weapons and your gear. Right? So my weapons here are 499. I have 500 gear for the most part. And that's how I got my score on the left. The reason I'm bringing this up right away is because we're going to get deep into the builds. And there's a lot of players who don't know what they could really do with these things. And this is what makes this game very amazing. But that being said, this isn't even a build. This is just me putting on the highest gear score at the moment while I play. I will show you guys a quick build. So I named the stream So You Think You Have a Build, because I wanted to, right off the top, throw away all these myths that one person has the perfect build. A lot of guys have great builds. A lot of guys I've seen and battled some of the top players in the world, and I respect what they're doing, you know, and took screenshots of their builds, analyzed it, all of that. But you gotta understand that there's a deeper understanding when it comes to video games, and specifically you, whoever you are, you have to be smart enough to say, you know, I definitely don't play like this guy does. Okay, so this doesn't mean that you're not good. You're just different, and sometimes you're just not good. I'll be honest with you. And I'm opening these up. Apologies, I just turned the game on. I hardly get to play as much as I want to. All right, so the moral of the story is that as a player, you have to figure yourself out. You might not be that great, just in general, and that's an apology if it hurts your heart, but that's just factual. So what does that mean? It means I will play aggressive, I will push, and I will just be able to manage and kill 2 or 3 guys before I go down, because that's how I play. For you, you don't have those same methods. You're staying back, sniping, and doing what you do. All right, before we continue, I'm going to go ahead and start going to the range for a second. So for you, that's how you play, and that's perfectly fine. That doesn't mean you're a bad player. It just means that's not how you can't be aggressive, and you don't play that style. And that's sometimes, to me, it's a smarter way to play. But again, for other people, you can't use the same build. Is all I'm trying to, the point I'm trying to make. So for example, I have this random build, which is just basically to get to 500 where I'm at right now. And then I have a 450 build that I believe can destroy anybody. And I'm going to display that at some point today. Can destroy anybody at 450. Even now, you can put a guy with a 500 gear score, and I will light him up. But when you see this build, the first thing you think is, that's a weak build. This guy's not doing so great. But then it gets deep, because what happens is, forget about what you generally see and look at some of the stats. And these stats are crazy. And the way I set it up is I have a lot of armor, low damage. But once you deplete some of my armor, I get a boost. And I can literally 10 bullets out of my 50 bullets, I can shred you fully. And this is where the game is interesting, because if you see this character here with this build, alright, let's take a reset there. So this character right here, my whole clip just went into him. I didn't even get half his thing. If I throw a grenade at myself and injure myself a bit, hopefully not too much, and I really wanted to do that on purpose, so don't think anything of it. I'm just trying to showcase the difference in the my armor went back up since I'm in here. We're gonna go take a walk. Take a walk to showcase this and hit somewhere where I can do like a landmark or anything, basically. Somewhere I can do anything. Down here looks like there's a lot of trouble. Let's get down there. So the point of what I'm saying is, in my build, I created it specifically to be in front, really aggressive, tanky. But the goal behind that is that I can put out serious damage. The more I get hit, the more I can do damage. And since I'm very aggressive, it benefits my playstyle. So this is for me. And again, don't take any of these silly, I got the perfect build. Because first of all, you're never going to get the exact build someone else has. It'll take you forever. And it might not be worth it, because that's not how you play. So, you know, my advice is always, hey man, just figure out how you play and enjoy it. We're going to go into, we're in World Tour 5, by the way. This is the highest. I might lose this here, but I'm going to take a chance. Let's see what happens. I'm going to walk right in the middle to an army and get destroyed right away. Wait a minute. I probably shouldn't have went in here. I'm going to die. No. And there it goes. Perfect display of idiocy. First of all, I did not warm up, and I deserve that. But what I was trying to do, besides being ridiculous, normally I don't go in like that, but I was trying to get my armor down a bit, but I forgot this is World Tour 5, guys. You gotta have some respect for these enemies. I usually don't have respect for them. Alone, I can do a lot of great work when I'm playing strategically. Right there was definitely not a moment. But the moral of that story is, my playstyle is aggressive. Even though I died there, I went all the way into a pit by myself with heavy duty enemies. Now I'm gonna play a little more casual and show you guys a little more sensible play. But you don't have to play that way if that's not your style. And that's definitely not my style. If you see how I play, I flank people, I push. I run with people who definitely do the same. And it really works for us, because we do it together. But when you have 3 guys staying back and you're pushing the pace, it definitely doesn't help. I'm gonna capture this point, but it's not necessarily for the point. This is really just to display some stuff for you guys. So we're gonna look at an enemy, check his type, and I'm going to try to melt him as fast as possible. Where are we? And let's see what happens. Where are they? And we'll see, and then we'll kill another enemy, and the difference will be that my armor is down. And the goal here is just an experiment to show you guys what it's like. Ready? This is a regular normal enemy. Perfect example. 32 bullets left in the clip. I'm gonna allow this grenade to hit me. Actually, stand right in it. Let's see. Oh, doesn't do damage. Let him shoot me a little bit. No, 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 no. I don't like this guy. I gotta take him out though. All right, so my armor's a bit down. I need it to be more down, but alright, so we'll take this guy out real quick. I'm trying to leave one of the normal enemies. Is this guy normal? Yeah, he is. Oh wow, dude is hitting hard. Oh, wait a minute, guys. I'm fooling around too much. I need to get to cover here. And again, this is called foolery, guys. I just woke up. I took a nap. Been working all day. And this is called foolery. Terrible display. The experiment is, and I usually do it in a dark zone with friends, how hard could I hit with my armor and without my armor. And the reason that is important is to understand. Somebody just said, bruh, I came here to learn, not learn how to die. Trust me, that won't be happening like that if I was playing officially serious. You've seen I was letting them take my armor down to try to display it, and I wasn't doing a good job. But anyway, we're gonna go into the stats and the reason why this is such a viable build. Right, so Safeguard and Berserker. Look on the left. Those two are very important. The rest of it doesn't matter. I didn't do anything special. This isn't that big of a deal build. But those two, basically, when your armor's down, I'm sorry, Berserker specifically, when my armor's down, I get extra damage. 10% damage for each 10% armor that's depleted, basically. So it's really great. On top of that, strained right here, you read it, I get 10% critical hit damage when my armor's 5% of my armor that's depleted. So that's another big step. There's a ton of different talents that you can throw on, and this is just a random build that I put together. One of my favorites because it's just fun to play with this one. But the moral of the story is that I play aggressive with this one. I'm gonna go ahead and just play without trying to do a tutorial, a failed tutorial. But basically, you don't want to stick to the script. And what I mean by that is, like, I have another build that I made on my other character where it is all DPS. So you can't shoot me at all. If you shoot me, I'm gonna die. But I can one-shot anything and anyone, no matter how tanky they are. When I fight named bosses, I pretty much one-shot them. Their health is almost down when I do a body shot. So that's where I'm at with that build, and it's been working very well. But that's not how I like to play. I'm very aggressive. I'm very ignorant. As you can see, I died here multiple times. And the reason I play that way too is because when you're playing PvP, you're gonna deal with a lot of aggressive players. Bad aim, potato. See, now the more damage they do to me, the more damage I can do to them. This guy. And since I'm playing a little reckless, I'm going to switch the skill here. What is my build exactly? Well, this is a... Oh, no. Almost got myself killed, dude. Let me throw my armor on. Alright, so this is a... Who's coming from me? This is basically... aggressive build. I don't have a name for it, man. Let's see what I called it. Berserk strained build. And basically the gun talent and the chest piece are all that matter in this build. Everything else, you want to stack up some armor. You want to stack up certain aspects. Hey, wait a minute. I can't take this over. Alright, so we're back where my idiocy happened, and I'm just going to go for kills. And these guys are pretty good. This is a world tier 5. I'm disrespecting them, trying to talk and do a mini tutorial in the middle of the fight. And I'm getting lit up almost again. Alright, so the way I play, for example, I am getting lit up, but I'm always aggressive. I always like to move. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This guy. I got potato aim right now, guys. Just waking up from my nap. But, so the key for me here is always pushing. Right, so what I like to do is see where the enemy is, get around them, stealth, not stealth, but flanking, and push them while they're behind cover specifically too, which is very important to me. Oh no, so this guy's pretty cool. Oh no, he's about to light me up. This doesn't always work out. You little bastards. See, as my armor's down, I melted that elite that fast. No, no, no. Alright, I gotta be a little more cautious here. So, this because of my armor setup where the less armor I have, the more damage I can do. And this is a build that I should actually just play PvP so you guys can see the difference on why. This is my PvP build specifically because it's very aggressive. Bam, 500. But this is where someone asked, why do I have potato aim? Well, I don't always have potato aim. Right now, I'm laying back in a sofa. Very lean back. I'm not going to turn the camera on because I'm in a robe, being comfortable. And also, I got to give a signal. It's not working. Pull up, man. Right. Alright. And I'm on a 65-inch. Also. I kind of like just woke up. Literally just woke up from a nap and I just decided to stream. Alright, let's see something. Alright, so we wiped them out. Not a big deal. I'm probably going to go into PvP. I need to just move around a bit and kind of play, I guess. Let's go into this territory. So why do I like this game? The enemies are spongy. This is not true. Of course, every looter shooter RPG style game has spongy enemies. Whether it's Destiny, you name it, they have some sponge on them a bit. But the Division 2 learned from last time and didn't over exaggerate on that. I don't have a tank. I don't have a DPS build, and I can still one clip almost anyone when my armor's down, of course. But you can create builds where you can melt guys easily. And it's a good feeling, especially when you have a sniper and you're like standing back right here. For example, let's see if I can pull out. I don't have my DPS builds on this account. Nah. We'll just stick with this. Get used to it for a second. I'll go into PvP to show you guys the difference on my playstyle. How it could work for some people. And again, this isn't about I have the best build. This is just a generally good build for anybody who's aggressive and wants to be able to get in people's faces. And there's a bunch of other talents that go well with it. Again, this is not an optimized build. I have 2 main characters, both at 500. Oh, wait a minute. I'm so dead, guys. I'm so dead. That's what I get for being aggressive. This is why you rock this. Let him come over here, see what happens. I'm definitely not used to the is that a torrent over there or a person? I don't know. Bad idea, buddy. You want to stay far away from me.
Target-rich environment.
This dude has a helmet on. He could melt me right now. There we go. We got him most of them.
Nailed the fucker.
What type of PvP skills do I have? Well, I don't know, man. It's a little tricky, right? So when I run PvP, I run solo half the time. Even if I'm with friends, I like to push the pace and be in my own area because I like to flank, and this build is specifically for that. And it's just the way I play. But if we ever really got serious about competing or something in a tournament or anything like that, I would 100% turn into a support build and have more of a DPS style of play. You know, skill with some DPS on it. Because I think that is a rarity that you see DPS and skill. It's hard to do, but it would be very useful for your team. You can heal them at any point. You can consistently heal yourself. So your skill and DPS together will make you tanky just because the skill turns you into a tank. So, for example, this build is tanky officially. But if I had all skill, I would be able to consistently heal, consistently keep going. But anyway, back to the moral here. We're gonna get off of this and jump into something. Maybe PvP. I haven't really played much PvP on this account. We're gonna give it a go though. Whew. It's not gonna be good. I'm gonna have a rough start. I will go ahead and jump into a party. That way no one can hear me talk to you guys. Someone's asking what is the best build in the game. Man, don't believe that. Like I just said, Just do whatever you feel is best for you.
Neutralize all enemies before you run out of
Everybody's
reinforcements.
very different.
An agent needs assistance.
Oh, that's perfect. This guy. What a terrible mic. It's always something, man. So this is why you mute him.
Agent down.
There you go. Alright, so I'm rocking the build I like, but I'm with a bunch of randoms. And I'll let this guy push up first.
An agent needs assistance.
I don't know what the other team has yet, and I don't know where they're stationed. But we'll go ahead and try to pull up. Oh, there he is.
A specialization supply drop has been arranged for you.
So he just went out there rushing.
Agent down.
You're running low on reinforcements.
Vital
Ow,
signs
dude.
critical. Agent out of action.
I'm gonna have to fall all
An
the way
agent
back.
needs assistance.
I ain't gonna make it. They're gonna kill me. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. There they go.
Agent vital signs.
I might have to call in for backup so that I can do this right. It's the last deaths of the year.
Hostiles are opening a supply drop. Hostiles have claimed a supply drop.
This guy thinks I'm gonna walk into a sniper shot. Wow, he actually hit me. How, dude? What the hell? I try to take a chance.
Reinforcements are gone.
Not doing good, guys. This has been a whole bad start to the stream. Dying twice. And then jumping into this and losing my first match. It's a L day.
To you now.
And again, you know, the conversation is that there's no perfect build. And that you have to adjust to how you play. And create a build that works around that. There's tons of great talent. And the thing is, the best thing is to get creative. Get very creative. Figure out what works for you. Combine all these crazy things. You might be creating
Rogue reinforcements.
the
Eliminate
meta
one
of the
one.
game. Because people do follow you. People do. You want to steal my kill.
Boost about to activate.
No,
Boost
where
now
was
active.
that? How did he kill
Agent
me
down.
though?
Agent vital signs 0.
So I was behind the truck when he shot that last shot. There's no way I got lag, guys. I'm sitting
You're
on
halfway
a
through
couple
the fight.
hundred speed.
Agent down.
Defeated, destroyed, disrespected, disconnected. It's all good. We'll run it back.
You've been defeated.
Someone's in my clan is talking trash that they're the highest in the clan, but it's literally the second or third day since they reset the servers for the clans, so that don't matter. I did terrible, but it's okay. I have to get my act together here. We're talking smack. He's like, you need to catch up, because he has a high XP this week, the past 2 days. But by the end of the week, I play every day. And I'm free every chance I get, so I'll be right back up there. Let's stick to this script right here. So funny enough, a lot of people just play scrimmage, which is a great game mode. It's pretty much deathmatch here. But I actually really like demolition. Demolition. Don't mind my PC. It's acting crazy. See, this is what I don't like. If I'm going to be partnered up, I love it when I'm partnered up with a clan. That means they're going to coordinate a bit. And if I turn my mic on, we can really get nasty. But, not too worried. I'm casually playing. So it's not a big deal. Alrighty. Let's go. I need to wake up, so this is going to be the real first warm-up match. Take the crust out my eyes. Drink some water.
Wipe out the enemy before you run out of reinforcements.
So what I'm rocking is a chem launcher. It's the best healing in the game right now. And a booster from the Hive. Basically, the booster gives you a little faster speed, a little faster handling, a little bit faster gun play, I would say. And it's so useful. Whoa, this guy's over here. What was he thinking? I definitely got potato aim today. How did he get all the way over there so fast? Did we walk into a match that I didn't know about?
An agent needs assistance.
See, so what I'm doing is flanking. I'm gonna push the pace and hope I can wipe these guys. As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm gonna be a good teammate. Oh, this doesn't open up yet. Let's see where this trauma is. If I had good aim, see how I melted his shield with half of my terrible aim? I need to lay back and focus. Alright. See, that right there I should have won. But I emptied half a clip into the wall. Gotta get it together, man. Gonna push up with this guy. Somebody save me.
Medical assistance needed.
Nice.
Agent out of action. An agent needs
All the way down
assistance.
here. Trying to get revived. Carry me. Carry me.
Boost. About to come
Once I
on.
warm up, I'll be good to go as far as being able to handle myself. Literally potato aim. Not been working out for me.
Boost online. Agent down.
Oh man, they're ruining it. Come on. I gotta learn to kill at least this thing.
Allies are acquiring the boost. Allies have acquired the boost.
I'm gonna push them towards the left. I'm gonna do this flanking thing. I gotta just get the aim back in order. I literally haven't played in like 3 days, so once I get the aim back, I'm good to go. No, I can't spawn camp fully, but I'll try. Just a little bit. Can I show you my build? Yes, after the game, but again, these are not real builds. These are not the official ones for me. I have a 500 build that honestly I care less for
An agent
because it's
needs
just the
assistance.
highest gear I have. Because I haven't had the time to build the build yet.
There are no more road reinforcements.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going this way. Gotta do what I gotta do. Oh man, they're surrounding me, dude.
I'm sending you a specialization supply drop.
This dude saved me by wiping them behind. See, that's the flanking I like right there. Not a bad team. I'm gonna fall back and just play it safe and stick with the crew. He's having a gunfight over there actually, so we're gonna save him right now. That's what's gonna happen. This guy's tanky as hell, huh? And we got the W. What makes me think that my build is the best? I actually never said that. And I'm not the best
It's a win.
at all.
Solid work.
I do well when I get serious. When I pull out my 32-inch and play on my gaming chair, I have a little bit better aim, a little better reaction time, and I'm like fully focused. Today I'm in a robe, just waking up, trying to shake off the slumber of working so much. I have tomorrow off, so that's why I'm enjoying. Alright, so I'm hoping we can get some domination. At least I got a win now, so I'm back in the winner's circle. The problem with it is I need to get my aim back. It's weird because you play on a 60-inch and I play on a 60-inch to enjoy games and just enjoy the visuals. But I also love playing serious when I'm on a smaller screen on a gaming chair. Everybody plays scrim. Nobody ever plays domination. That's the one thing I don't like. I wish that they can have a mix-up where they just don't let people vote. It would be very nice. Hey, you know what? Someone's asking. Someone's asking, can I play them in the dark zone? For sure, man. Send me your ad and we can run it. I like doing that actually. Test out builds with that. This character is going to have maxed out builds very soon. By the end of next week, I'll have fully maxed out. The goal is to recreate this build I have, which is 450. Have a skill build with high DPS somehow. It's gonna be hard to do, but it's gonna be possible. And then have a straight up DPS build. So I'm probably going the wrong way. I should stick with my team, but I wanted to hopefully surprise the enemy or not. I don't see him. Alright, so I'm sitting back. The mic might be a little lower, but the game is fairly low also. Wow, I walked into a whole team. Perfect, my team is flanking that. Damn, Torrent. Pulled out a flamethrower and think it was gonna get me. No, I had to reload right when I could have melted him. Alright, so I'm getting my rhythm back. I did feel better laying sitting all the way back the way I'm sitting now. Alright, it's game time. I probably shouldn't have played PvP because I don't like leaving until I get my flow together. Right now we're not doing that good. Our team just responded. And, not looking good. But hopefully we'll get it right. I'm gonna throw this boost for my peoples. So the reason I like the boost in PvP, specifically when you're in like a good spot where you have the tactical advantage,
Boost about to activate.
you can do a bunch of amazing things. And for a guy like me who
Boost now active.
personally
An agent needs assistance.
I'm gonna put this here again. Didn't work out last time, but it'll be fine. Damn it, bro, I can't hear you down there. See how fast that melted him? My armor's so low. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Agent vital
Can't
signs
believe I'm doing this
0.
bad.
The boost is now
I have some
offline.
videos I gotta upload of me getting like 15 kills in this game, and right now I can barely get one. That is a testament to not playing for a couple days and being drained from 12-hour work days and making excuses. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So I like what this guy's doing. This is more and more my play style. Push and flank.
An agent needs assistance.
This still isn't ready. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to get through. This way. Let's see. I don't know this map too much, so.
Agent down.
No, come on, I had him.
A specialization supply drop has been arranged for you.
Agent out of
I'm
picture.
definitely deleting this stream, this
Agent
archive.
killed.
It's going down in history. Deleted. Get into chat with some developers of this game. Definitely don't want them to watch this, man. I've sent them some screenshots of me tearing it up
Claiming supply drop.
and getting an amazing, 15 plus kills. But what was that grenade? Is there people over here? Did they push us to our
An
base?
agent needs assistance.
What is going on in this world? But that was a while ago. Let's see if I can get my aim back.
Agent down.
Look at this guy. Trying to push them into this corner here because I can do some work. Why do I have such bad aim? What the hell was that? Come on, I had him.
Trauma detected. Agent incapacitated.
I gotta get it right. I gotta get it right. It's feeling like I just need to put a movie on, guys. We're just waking up, just kind of like mellow. I'm not activated, guys. I'm not activated. I'm feeling frustrated,
Agent down.
and my team is getting ripped, ripped. I'm gonna go around and try to flank. I'm gonna go all the way around though. Something that's rare. Most players don't have the patience to come back and push someone like this. Deserve it. I deserve it. I'm done.
Agent
I think I'm done with PvP right now.
boost about to come online.
I'm just not in the
We're out
mood
of
right now.
reinforcements. Hang in there.
Raging.
Agent
Raging
deceased.
staging.
Boost online.
Yeah, we're gonna restart the stream. This is what we're gonna do. Someone said stick to Detroit become human. Man, fall back, dude. Actually, I've played against players who've won tournaments and held my own and got
You're the
better
only one left on your team, Agent.
games than they
Keep
have
fighting.
against them and their clan while I was just with some random friends. So I think that the idea that I'm having a terrible day as far as gaming goes and making it like that's really me. And I think this is a good time to talk about that.
Boost about About
a
to
lot of
expire.
people, no matter what age you are, tend to
Boost has
just gonna
expired.
try and let them come in. Ready?
Vital signs
Terrible
critical.
play. So a lot of people tend to let their mistakes, their failures, define them. And it is a terrible thing to do
Agent
because
killed.
life is going to punch you in the mouth. Things are going to go wrong. You're not always going to be right. You're not always going to be good. Just the way the cookie crumbles. And I bring that up because right now today I'm having a terrible game. This has nothing to do with life. First of all, it's just a game. But I am gonna leave because I don't feel myself. I don't know. I just feel out of it. It's weird. But so yeah. So I'm having really bad games. I came in here thinking I could just get back in the flow, but I haven't played much in the past week. So I need to get in on the grind. And I'm probably actually thinking about grinding the Dark Zone for a second. That's what I'm going to do before I leave. Because now that I'm 500, I can easily collect 500 gear score or more. So let's see. We're going to go in the Dark Zone. And what I'm hoping to find is the God rolls. So, of course, it's all RNG, but there's certain ways you could
Safe
try
area
to
entered.
activate. Why am I always on when it's in the west? What do I like about the division besides spongy enemies? I don't agree with that, man. Why do so everybody's got to have a negative comment within their comments? This time around, Division 2 doesn't have that problem where it was overly spongy. It has been very decent compared to before. Somebody asked me to go check our gear scores. I can't do it on here. Well, maybe I can. Hey, look, we unlocked higher quality. That's cool. I can't check the plans setup. I did get more keys, so we can open up more chests. No, I didn't. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I play on the PlayStation 4, man.
Landmark engaged.
We'll play on PC one day. I just don't know, man. I think until I get a super PC, I'm not gonna really play on PC. Cause I stream on a laptop. I have a huge, powerful laptop that does everything great, but I don't know. I just don't game on PCs much, but I like to because a lot of developers invite me to hang with them, and it's always on PC. It's never so I need to start getting my act together so I could hang out with these guys. I'm trying to create a game, and it's very important to me that we have a sensible. Wait a minute, what are we doing here? You know, I have not used this one, and I'm gonna start using it. I'm gonna try it. Unstoppable Force. Kill an enemy grants 2% weapon damage for every 10,000 armor. Now I don't have a lot of armor, so, but I got enough to stack up. Yeah, nope. We'll see. But actually, it's not even activated. I gotta have more armor, so it's useless right now. How do I feel about gear scores? I haven't got to touch them much. I've been working on getting to 500, which I just did on this stream. And I looked at all of their actual talents. Now, the thing with this is gear scores are a very fun part of this game. In the original division, you know, you pick up, and the thing is, there's only 3 right now, and I think that's what hurts the community. Because what happens is, with 3, I am isolated with combinations, but some of these future ones will have some amazing stuff. So, for example, here for 6 pieces of ongoing directive. Sorry. Kill an enemy with this weapon grants some special ammo to one of your other weapons. So basically, I get special ammo for one of my other weapons. It's not the craziest, amazing gear talent, but it's decent. Let's go to True Patriot here. So when I rock, and this one's a very complicated. There's like white, red, and blue, and they all have different things you can activate with them that are pretty cool. But for 6 pieces, shooting an enemy has all 3 debuffs, and the damage will be 25% to the nearby enemies. So that's decent. This one's would be fun and interesting to see how people use this. But again, the way we used to do things in the original was we'll take 3 pieces of True Patriot so that we can have protection from elites, right? Or damage to armor. We'll take 2 pieces from right now at this moment. Just looking at it from a thing, I'll take 2 pieces of True Patriot to have damage to armor. This is good for when you're playing PvP, the way I just failed. Put that on, it'll help. Let's look into other gear scores. I don't see any here. I think they're all inside my stash. I forgot what the third one is. And this game is not a matchmaking for me. Come on, man. Yeah, something's up. So what I'm going to do is I do this little trickery where I invite someone into my group, and then I matchmake. And what it does is it automatically makes them know that you're in a group. So it's like, you know what? They'll start inviting more players. Hey, give me a second. I'll be right back. I'm going to let this sit here. Don't go nowhere. trying to wake up. Literally.
Another agent is now in your group. An agent is no longer in your group. Hilo almost at extraction zone. An agent has left your group.
Alright. Trying to jump in here with randoms. It's not always the best idea,
You
but
are no longer in a group.
everybody left. They came and they left. What the heck? It's all good. Let's do this trick again. Sorry, dude. You're a victim.
You have been promoted to group leader.
There we go. So, some of the things that the division
Another
does
agent has
extremely
joined your
well
group.
is quality of life features. There's tons of little things that I think they do better than anyone else. And as you can see, this is the map. And this is the information you need to know from side missions, main
Another
missions,
agent is now in your group.
all that good stuff. Here we go. So we got a team. I'm going to pull up with this 500 build. It is not a serious build. I don't even have
An
mods on
agent
this
is no
build.
longer in your group.
Do have a couple attachments though, but this is just more about rocking the highest build possible. And right now I'm going to spend at least 30 minutes
An agent has left your group.
trying to get a couple of items before we go. So I can't leave this room until the for matchmaking, because if I do, then it'll end up
Another
screwing
agent has
us over.
joined your group.
So I don't do that very often. Hey, by the way, whoever's watching, if you could do me a favor, tell me
Another
how the
agent
mic
is now
sounds.
in your group.
The reason I'm asking is because I'm laying back right now. And if the mic sounds good, then I would like to play like this because I feel exhausted. Like my body is worn. and I'm just mentally drained from a long, long day. I did not sleep last night. I took an hour's rest of sleeping and then been up and took a quick nap a little while ago. All right, we got the full team. Everybody's coming in. And this guy's already heading out towards. So what we are in right now is the occupied dark zone. There are two types of dark zones. Before we get into it, let's look at the map. There's normal dark zones right here, where you have normalization for your stats, and there's not a lot of there's protection for people like torrents and all this. But in occupied, it's basically a free-for-all here, and you got raw damage stats. You have no torrents to protect people, and it's pretty good. And this guy's killing everybody before we get there. He's a boss like that. And see that what happens is guys like me get aggressive, push the pace, while this guy's standing in the back behind cover. How is he alive? Don't do it, little girl. So those things are annoying. So I always get aggressive when I see one of those. There are players who will sit there behind cover trying to be protected. Kill these guys first. Damn, the reload slow as hell. Dude, why are you running? Gotta get my aim together here. So yeah, so dudes are pretty. They'll sit in the back and they'll consistently get hit with grenades or with the drone, and then get mad at the game when all you gotta do is push up. And you can do some work. Bang bang. Once I get to 100, I'm gonna leave and finish this. I'm super drained and exhausted. Do I play with viewers? Yeah, man, I play with anybody. As you can see, I'm literally sitting here with randoms right now. Playing with viewers would be better. That's how to do it, baby. Smart man, run for your life. I'm coming to get you. There we go. Landmark cleared.
Landmark has been cleared.
Yeah, I play with viewers, but I'm on the PlayStation 4. A lot of guys are not always on the same console. Guys that watch on Mixer, like you, are pretty much Xbox guys. So, yeah, that's the thing. Open that up. I hate the fact that nobody knows where all the chests are in the dark zone right now. So yeah, so like you're a Mixer, you're an Xbox guy. I don't play on Xbox. This game currently, I was always promoting this and really wanting it to happen, where console games all have crossplay. So Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo all can play crossplay together. Are we in their territory? I'm just sitting here looting right now.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Man, I went like down 3 levels in the dark zone because I was testing a build with my cousin. And not really testing a build, showing him about builds. So he was feeling like, oh, I gotta back up here. These guys are surrounding me right now. Hey, big boy, you better calm down. I will blind fire you to death. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, damn. They did it. Trying to suppress that guy. Let's see. Anything good? Not really. So yeah, me and my cousin were playing, and I was trying to show him how to, you know, how builds work as far as like they might look silly. I'm like, what is this build? What does this guy have low DPS on his build? It's very important for certain builds to have low DPS to be able to do other things. And boy,
Contaminated gear.
little book bag, little landmark.
Landmark has been cleared. Landmark spotted.
I'm looking for chests. My team clearly don't have no idea. How do I feel about the story? So part 1 didn't have much of an appealing, gripping story. I feel like part 2 definitely improved big time. It is not like my favorite story. It's not even close. But it's a multiplayer where nobody really plays. Everybody's like in co-op. You know what I mean? Like I played it alone because I didn't want nobody to disturb my story mode. But the facts are that most people jump in here and they're doing a story mission. They'll have their friends in there, and everybody will just be talking. And they'll just be talking and talking and talking and talking. And it basically ruins your story when that's what you do. And it's not to say that that's a bad thing. Hey, man, enjoy the game with your friends.
Engaging landmark.
I'm going to try out this PP-19, one of my favorites.
Detected.
Hey, there's a guy behind us. What the hell? Where is he?
Visual is negative.
There he is. So for me, playing it solo and experiencing the story fully was amazing. I had a good time.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
But as you can see here, I'm in a co-op with randoms, and we're not even talking at all. And I'm experiencing the game very well. We're having a good time, killing off all these enemies. It's going good so far until I do things like this. Get over aggressive. But I do what I do, man. Sucker. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Sniper. Hey, don't shoot, dude. Damn it, he shot. I'm so dead. No, don't shoot, dude. Damn it. And I don't have my thing on right now. I love how when people... Somebody save him. Ooh. I got
Landmark
lucky.
cleared. Detecting landmark.
So yeah, so the quality, for example, just being able to play this with randoms and still get everything. Where's the chest at? Here it is. The fact that nobody opens these chests other than me, regardless of how many randoms I play with. So yeah, so story-wise, you know, I hate it, but a lot of people don't like story games, and it frustrates me because
Landmark engaged.
it's such a great experience. For example, Detroit Become Human is strictly story. Amazing game. People who don't play it are missing out big. And this game has a decent story, and it's some gripping parts to it. The thing is at this point now, the division creating the the action-packed cutscenes from Hollywood style. You know, they stay away from that, and I think that's why people say the story isn't as compelling. That is a lie. You know, there's a lot of great story here. Even part 1, New York City, everything that happened in New York, and the way they captured the atmosphere of New York, the attitude of New Yorkers, the environment of New York City. I'm a New Yorker, by the way, so I can talk extensively on that. The real feel of it, you know, the gritty aspect and everything that it's gone through, and you can really feel it. Yeah, the storytelling was told through the environment or whatever way you want to put it, but it was amazing. And if a game can do both, then it's really capturing the essence of what it is to storytell. So I think for part 2, I'm not a person from Washington, so, but I've seen plenty of pictures of all the great landmarks that they used in the missions, looking exactly the same as this game did, but also just narratively, you know, there's stuff in here that's gripping, that's touching. You know, the child and the soldiers and some of the situations that happened. It was very good. Of course, again, I'm not here to put this imaginary greatest story narrative of all time. This is a gameplay focused game, and it does a very serious job to enhance that by not being too story driven and having the ability to just plug and play. I can invite anybody at any point of my story outside of the first mission. Whoa. Outside of the first mission, I can invite anybody and enjoy the game together, and we tend to talk. And even me, who, man, that's how you feel. I can't heal.
Additional hostile contacts.
Let's see. Here they come. Actually, I want to suppress these guys. So that's why I think, you know, everything was done well. You don't want to over accentuate this story. You want to kind of
Enemy patrol detected.
balance it with this type of game. You know, Destiny, for example, Destiny 2, for example, knew that this first story wasn't that much, that people weren't like, oh my god, it was the greatest. And part 2 came out, they very Hollywood on that one. And while it was really good, and I think people discredit it because of its, they focus on the gameplay. And that's terrible too, because it really worked hard and it felt really powerful as far as like the delivery of action sequences within Destiny 2's cinematic part. So for me, I don't appreciate that type of thought, and I'm more into respecting what hard work goes into them. And let's get this guy over here. This PP-19 used to be my favorite for the game before, because it just had such a big clip. It was like 100 rounds. You can get like 120 rounds out of this thing. Can't do the same here. Dude, calm down, man. So yeah, so basically, I think that the Divisions 2 story is extremely improved from Part 1. It's good enough to hold you to want to know what's going on. Dude, this guy ripped me. What is this?
Landmark has been cleared.
We're gonna go ahead and extract this. I wasn't really think, but we're going. We are going. Going. Yeah, so that's how I feel. I like the story. I thought they did very well. There's a lot of great things in this game. There's some stuff I haven't seen yet. There's these really amazing videos people keep telling me to watch, and I still haven't took the time to look at them. We're gonna look at one of them in the stream, and I'm sure people are gonna be like, "Oh man, that's what they should be doing." More of, and I don't disagree with that. But if you're gonna take a lot of time to work on those type of cinematics scenes and less time on the actual gameplay, you wouldn't have, like, I've spent hours playing this game, just playing this game. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's pretty high. And mailbox is full. Are you serious? I didn't even know, man. Well, I knew. I forgot. Sheesh. Okay. Well. But yeah, so, you know, I spent hours playing this game, and while I still play some of the missions, of course, the replayability is amazing. I don't replay the missions for the story. I have second characters I did that for. I'm actually on a third character right now to experience the story one more time, and really get deep into it. But for me, it did a good job on what is necessary. I'm gonna request something crazy to the devs I just thought about. Alright, so my inventory stashes and everything has been overmaxed. And that is my fault, because I just have so much stuff. You know what I mean? We're gonna just throw it all in there. And now I'm full. This is my last run. And alright, that's it. I'm gonna deliver these. Hopefully get there by the time my
Now entering an occupied dark zone.
by the time the helicopter comes, hopefully I can get there.
Extraction helo almost within range.
What I don't like about the gameplay, well, I don't know. I gotta think about that. Something that I'll admit to, and I'm at fault too, is there are people close to me who don't play games the way I do. I'm very exaggerated. I'm like obsessed, right? And no, don't leave. Wait for me. And I'm obsessed with it. and if I start a game, I want to finish it. You know what I mean? Like, that's a weird quality. It's a good quality, but it's a bad one. You know. And for me, you know, I had some friends, some close family that it's about 5 of them. They all don't play the game as much. So I'm already maxed out. And they're like, come on, let's play. And they're like level 7 or something. And I ended up bringing them into my world and ranking them up in 2 seconds. But the leveling was terrible when a game first came out. Then they fixed it a bit. And it's so much better. So much better now. But I think they could still adjust some things. I don't want to be I don't want to be able to walk in and rip through someone's content easily just because I'm overpowered. It's not okay for me. So I'm pretty much done, guys, with this portion of the game. So that would be a complaint. I don't know, man. I don't have like some of the skills I don't use because I feel like they're broken. And they're still working on that. They've gotten better. For example, the Firefly, which I gotta throw on right now. Let's try that thing out. Let's get outside and just use it. Okay. What? These reactivated? Am I in somebody else's progress? I don't know what's happening. Show me your build again. This isn't a build. This is a highest. You see it says highest right here? That's what this is. And basically, it's just level 500 items. That's all I just got on the highest armor I have in the game. Highest book bag. All of this. You know? One of my old builds I do have here is pretty much Berserk and Strained. And then you can add other things that complement them. But Berserk and Strained together are a great combination. I had Safeguard on there, which is a really cool. It was kind of broken. They fixed it. I don't know what this new news about. But nah. Not gonna do it. So this is where this is a big complaint for me. Inventory. So in this game, I'm usually not a hoarder in any game. But for this game, I'm an extreme hoarder. And it's because I want to build the best build. Bro, stop emailing me. About damn time. Alright. But yeah, so inventory, a bigger inventory would be one of my biggest complaints. Right now, people get mad. This is what I don't like. This is for every game. People who complain about one thing that isn't the biggest part of the game. And then it affects the developers to the point where they might have to nerf a bunch of stuff.
I've got the best gear at the lowest price.
She got the best gear. I'm all set,
Your
lady.
business is appreciated.
I got a lot of work to do out here. Oh man, I'm so drained. Can't think straight. So yeah, one of the biggest things I don't mind is management. So inventory management. Right now I'm overloaded everywhere. My inventory, my stash, my delivery mailbox. That's my fault. I haven't had time. You know when you only got like a quick short minute. But I'm probably gonna just delete everything and only keep the 500 stuff. That's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do. Oh yeah, I was gonna go into class. Why don't I stream regularly? I want to, dude. I'm going to. I'm actually going to right now. Going to be doing that from now on. I mean,
Do you want some?
I just been off, dude. I've been having rough working. Like even when I'm not working, I'm working. Let's see. This is the lowest I've ever been in a week. This is how you know things are. I've gotten first place since the game came out. Last week was the first time I did not get first place. But this week I'm definitely not on the board at all. I'm number 10 in my clan. Doughboy is my family member, actually. Distinguished. So far, so good. But I'm pretty sure I'll get back up there. All I would have to do is just play one day. Doing missions like these. Dude, I gotta do these missions. That's cool. Do all those missions, do some bounties, things like that. Yeah, I love this game. Again, I'm gonna turn the stream off and delete it for anybody that likes watching it later. I'm sorry. There's people who literally watch it later on all the different outlets. But deleting the stream. Started off terrible, and then I feel exhausted. I have no energy. This is why I don't stream, because I hardly get any sleep, and then I'm playing, but I'm exhausted out of my mind. You know? But yeah, so just to run down a couple of things for people asking about builds and stuff. So one important thing to do is the recalibration station. So for example, I'll give you guys a great example here. So there's this talent that I love so much, and people take it for granted. I think it is so powerful. It's called Unhinged, right? It's a weapon talent, and it basically gives you 25% weapon damage. That means you're going to rip through more people faster. You don't need critical hits. You don't need headshots. You don't need anything. Automatic 25% weapon damage without having to trigger or do anything fancy. To me, this is one of the best talents in the game. Top 5 for sure when it comes to weapon talents. And it does do something terrible. It takes out 35% of your weapon handling. It's easily fixable. For example, this build has a 15% weapon handling boost. So that just took that 35 and made it 20. So now I got 20%. Then on top of that, if I throw some mods or some attachments, for example, let's see if I have stability here. Stability here, 5%, 15%. Now basically I'm taking all of that nonsense that's disturbing me and creating a better build with it because of that. All right. So this is where optimizing your build, little details like that. I'm going to do that right now I haven't even optimized this thing. Just to really take it home here. That's what I love. I don't worry about reload too much with this because I want to be able to rip through some people. So for example, a little more stability. Do I really need critical hit? And we're going to check that. I'm going to show you why or why not I might need that. All right, let's get into these stats. For example, this isn't a real build. It's not that serious. But 42% chance. That's good. Okay, so this is a decent for DPS when it comes to critical hit chance and damage. But this, I'm rocking the wrong build on right now. We're going to do this. All right. So there we go. All right. So now this is the right build. And now we can check that again. See, so critical hit and damage doesn't really matter for this build. So I can easily take off some of these things and add a little extra to my build with stability, for example. So this gun will just shoot better. We're gonna take it to the range so I can show y'all what I mean. But anyway, so the reason why I talked about that talent is because if I have this talent on this gun, but it's not 500, which is not, I can find a 500 LMG like this one and switch out the talent from the one that I originally like. And that just boosts me up to the next level. Now we're going to go into the gun range and try this thing out. Show you guys why those small little details, unhinged for example, being so powerful. I'm going to do this on the big boys. There we go. Name bosses. So this is with the stability attachments. And you see it's fairly decent, especially for an LMG. It's pretty accurate. Wasted half the clip on that thing. And we're going to do it again since it's so far though. Now this is a little harder to hit. I don't really shoot people that far. I get very close. I'm aggressive. Those are more than half the clip. Alright, so let's try this without these attachments, right? That's what we want to see. Maybe do. I'm going to take them off. Strip. And it's a very close range. See, but it's all over the place now. And I'm kind of letting it do its thing. But that's where you see the difference as far as stability goes. Like this one's out of control. And that's where the talents aren't that big of a deal as far as things. So if you can get unhinged on your weapon, do it ASAP. You're going to get 25% weapon damage automatically. And the weapon handling can easily, let's see how much weapon handling I can add to my thing. So I got 15 here. $25. I consider stability weapon handling. So 35. So in total, I can add 35 to my build. And this gun is pretty accurate for an LMG, even at far ranges. So those are the type of things that a lot of people don't take into account. And that talent right there is, to me, is one of the most underrated. And we're gonna go down a line on a couple of these. I don't know why I really like Breadbasket. Body shots stack up for headshot damage. I think that's really great. I kind of play like that sometimes. I'll hit the body and the chest and then move up to the head once I feel my aim is good. But that's just me. Again, Strain, possibly one of the best in the game. It's just extra critical hit damage. But you got to have a build. This is where it's very specific. You got to have a build where you want your armor to be down and where you, where your armor to be down with the Berserk, for example. And you got to have high critical hit. So the Berserk strained with critical hit, chance, and damage is a must go to type of build. And then you have another one that I like, close and personal. And the reason why is because I'm a very aggressive person. I'll pull out a shotgun, submachine gun, assault rifle, and an LMG. And what I do is I push right close to you. So the closer I am, the easier it is for me to activate this talent. It's called close and personal. And basically, you're just killing someone within 7 meters grants 50% weapon damage for 5 seconds. Now, this doesn't reset every kill. So you're going to get the kill. You're going to have that 50% weapon damage. So you can melt more than one person, but you won't be able to like stack it up or reset it. But it's an amazing talent to have, to say the least. And those are the obvious tops there. I can't think of another one. I gotta look around at some of these weapons. And of course, there's the legendary, which I haven't really spoke of. Where is it? Where is it? Faster rate of fire. That's always a good one to have. So those are the main ones. And the reason I bring that up is because you can swap. So if you find a great one, save it, put it on the different gun through the recalibration. Guys, I'm going to get off. I know that's the quickest stream in the world that I've done. I don't know. I just feel like I need to lay down, go to sleep or something. Been working so hard. But I'm gonna stream all day tomorrow. So if you're free, I'm gonna try to stream all day tomorrow. I gotta do some family matters tomorrow too. I don't know. I gotta decide, either hang with the family, play offline with them. We're supposed to do a VR night, or just stay home and be antisocial. It's not good. Anyway, thank you so much for coming by, guys. We are definitely about to make it work. Let me get this build going. Let's see this. You see that aim right there? Just perfect body shots. Time to kill. See how good my accuracy is. You ready? One in 10. 2 and 13. I'm all set. Let's try it with this thing. I didn't hit him. I'm over it. But yeah, so tomorrow I'll most likely get on. I'm super drained right now. I thought I could get live, but I'm like down. Whew. So thank you for coming by and asking me a few questions. I feel like Twitch and YouTube, man, they're not doing me right, man. Make sure you're all right sometimes too, but I might have to just never stream on those platforms ever again, because it's like just a few people that come by, unless it's an event or I'm doing something and I announce this and it's not just a surprise stream. But all the other platforms, you guys are really awesome. I just have to say, no disrespect to YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer, you know, they're the biggest platforms right now. But all these smaller ones, man, you guys come through, show love, answer questions, and get engaged. And as a streamer, I gotta understand, you're giving up your day, you're on a microphone, you're gonna play the game anyways, but you're talking and talking. The engagement is important. So, you know, I could appreciate that. That's all I'm saying. Basically, is what I'm saying. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate everybody in general. But I just feel like, you know, so not to get into it too deep, but there was one of these platforms that are huge. Asked me to be a partner with them. And I said no, because I like to stream on multiple platforms at the same time. And it's a rule that you are not allowed to stream on multiple platforms if you're partnered with that platform. I kind of regret saying no, but it also just lets me be free and lets me do what I want to do without having the stigma of like, oh, well, hi, I'm platform with this guy, so it's the only place I'm going to stream at. You know what I mean? I like being on YouTube and having the files there for later. I like being on Mixer and Periscope and YouNow and all of these platforms. So it's really, really, really good for me personally. Man, something's wrong with my... Here we go. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with my settings here. I'm getting on YouTube right now to delete this video right when I finish. For some reason, it's not allowing me to go into my channel the way I normally do. So I don't know if they made something new here. There we go. I'm in my channel now. All right, so anyway, but yeah, so like I should have never done that, right? It's not the smart thing to do. But I just really love the freedom. And this has been a problem with my whole life. I've always loved the freedom of not being stuck in this box that the world wants to put you in. But we'll see what happens. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm sorry that I'm exhausted. I'm not sorry because, you know, it's my life. But tomorrow, most likely, I'll stream. I'm gonna stream regardless tomorrow, but it can be an all-day stream, which would be really good for me. I haven't done it in a while. It's so much fun. And we'll see what's up, man. I love you guys. See you tomorrow.